How's everyone doing tonight? Like you said, my name is Gigi, but that's not the only name I go by. I have a few nicknames I go by. I go by the Chica from Chico. I go by the gal from NorCal. I go by as female John Belushi. I get that very frequently. My personal favorite's Fat Joaquin Phoenix. You all laughed a little too hard at that one. If you couldn't tell by my general demeanor, I am a trans woman. This is absolutely true. When I first started estrogen, it was on the exact same day the Queen died. And I don't know about you, but I like the idea of God killing off one woman and making another. I think that is pretty cool. A lot of people ask very personal questions with trans girls and everything. They always want to ask about like genitalia specifically. And that comes up in dating life because I'll admit mine's not the biggest. I'll fully admit that. But like when I'm talking to girls, I gotta sound impressive without lying to them. Lying's wrong. So I gotta sound impressive to them. So what I do is I come up with a statement that sounds really like awesome, but is more truthful. So I'll go up to a girl, she asks me about it, I'm like, I don't mean to brag, but I'm hung like the statue of David. Sounds impressive, yes, but exactly. One thing that sets me apart from other trans people is my dad still talks to me. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I was having a conversation with him recently, and he was trying to get me into his favorite artist, Alice Cooper. And I told him that I recently found an album of his that I really liked, and my dad, he phrased it kind of weird. He's like, dude, I knew you were gonna like that album because that was the one that he made when he was like fucked up on coke. And I was like, why would that be the one? I don't like these assumptions, father. Nah, but my dad is pretty funny. He's just a weird old man. One time I was getting ready to leave his house, and he's like, hey man, I wanted to ask you a question. And I was like, sure, what's up? And he says, I've always wondered this. I figured you might be able to answer it. Were Simon and Garfunkel gay? I said, no. What is your reasoning behind them being gay? And I have to give him credit. He had the flimsiest piece of evidence. He said, well, they're always standing next to each other. And I cannot think how many lives we could have saved during COVID if we just told straight men, do you not want to seem a little swishy? Then separate the fuck apart. We could have saved so many lives. Before I was doing comedy, I actually worked in an advertising agency, specifically for Ked sneakers. Not sure if you're familiar with Ked sneakers. They're the bright white sneakers. Your grandparents probably wear them, or your local receptionist, but they're popular. I came up with a lot of slogans for them, but they didn't seem to like them. Maybe you can tell me if they're right. But some of the slogans for Keds is, like, I have an unhealthy addiction to Keds. I keep a lot of Keds locked up in my closet. I had to get a new pair of Keds because the tongue wore out. Just stuff like that. No, it's just, and that's never fun, ladies and gentlemen. I got fired. I went to IKEA today. It sucked. Let me tell you why, because they kicked me out. I don't like being kicked out. They're not getting my money. Basically what happened was I'm trying to furnish my new house, and I went in asking for pieces of furniture. And anytime they would show me a piece of furniture, I asked what I felt was a reasonable question. I would ask, well, it looks nice, but can you fuck on it? And apparently, that's a no-no. I've been Gigi. You have a lovely night. Going for the one.